So now we are getting ready our greens, which are fresh from the garden. And she's cutting the leeks. And there's probably mint in there. There's a little bit of spinach and a little bit of parsley. And I see a couple of other ones that I don't know how to translate in English. So she gets them from the garden. She cuts them, then washes them a couple of times. Approximately, there's about 1 kilo of greens here. And when she's done cutting them, she'll rewash them, and then they'll be ready for us to make the pita with. 2 coffee cups, the Greek ones, the little ones, of rice. It can be basically any rice.
For soups?
For soups, most likely, because you want them to soak quicker. So before we start everything, we're gonna put our rice to soak. We wash it a couple of times.
Yes, it's very important to wash the rice.
Yes, it is, because we don't know where it's coming from. We're gonna eat it, and it soaks easier. To start making the pita, we're gonna use all-purpose flour. I use this cup. I usually eye it, but I'll just show you how we do it with the cup. It's like a coffee mug.
2.
So we're gonna put probably 4. So there's 2 in there already.
3.
And
4.
4.
Okay.
All right.
Good.
For now. Then I usually, mess around with it with my fingers. I take salt. I can work the salt that's
About 2 grams.
finger.
Yes.
Yeah, probably. Just eye that out. Sorry. And then olive oil. Just, go around and do like a little circle. Like that.
About 6 spoons.
Probably like 5, 6 of tablespoons. That's how
Okay.
much. And then I
Water.
warmed up some water in here, and it's lukewarm to your hand. You have to eye. There's probably about 2 cups of water. You're not gonna need that much. You're just gonna go as much as you think. Just
Yes. And you smash it.
And then you just slowly mix it up all together, and you have the feel in your hands to see how much water you're still gonna need.
You don't have to put all the water.
No, it's probably gonna take only as much water as it takes. You might need a little
As it takes,
extra.
okay.
You might not need the whole thing.
Yes, we forget to say that we were in Greece.
Yes, we are in
Yes,
Greece.
it's a Greek. Greek what? Food.
Oh yes, it's Greek food. This is Greek food.
It's a Greek.
This
food.
is old recipes they've been using for probably more than 50, 60 years.
And it made from Aspasia. Aspasia, it's
And Aspasia is
half
making
a
it.
Greek girl and half American.
Yeah,
Huh?
married to a Greek.
Yeah.
And my husband, this is his mom's recipe. My
Yes.
mother-in-law taught me how to make this. That means we have to put a little bit of flour in here.
When it's thick, yeah?
Yeah, so because you see it's sticking in my hands, you don't want it to be sticking on your hands too much.
Yes.
And then now you just basically mix it until it all comes together.
Okay. Let's see the beautiful view. It's like Remostone. Wow.
It's nice to wake up and see this outside your balcony.
Yes. How many hours you?
How long it's gonna take?
Yes.
So after my mother-in-law finishes with cutting the greens and me making the dough, it's probably gonna take about a half hour. I'm gonna mix the dough. As you see, now it's coming together. So it's not getting stuck anymore on the sides or on my hand. Then you keep mixing it, because the more you mix it, the better it is for the dough.
Yes.
And then we're gonna cut it up into balls. little tennis balls. And I'll show you. We're going to let it rest until we make the greens. Alrighty, so now it looks like the dough is ready. It took me approximately about 5 minutes to get it to this. So the more you work the dough, the better it is. So this looks good to me. So now I'm gonna take it, a little flour on the bottom of my plate, and then I cut the balls. I usually start with a big one that I'm gonna put at the bottom. It's about a tennis ball.
Tennis ball.
Yeah, and then you put it there. Usually I put 5 or 6. The rest are gonna be pretty much half of the size of that. Half of the size of the tennis ball.
Okay.
It's gonna be the rest. And then we're gonna put a little bit of flour on top. And then we're gonna put the towel on top. And we're gonna let it sit and rest until the greens are ready. A bit of flour on top. And then we're gonna just take
Green onions, huh?
regular onions.
What?
Regular onions.
Regular onions. 2 regular onions. We cut them with the other vegetables, with the other greens.
Some zucchini flowers. You have to pick these early in the morning. She did. You just wash them and then you cut them up fine in there, and they're very sweet, so it makes the pita more sweeter. Our greens are all set. We're gonna add some salt. I usually just eye it. And then, so now we mix them up so we can break down the vegetables, make them a little bit softer. The salt does that. And then, I don't want to do it too much. I'm gonna add some of my rice. Pretty much, I think I put a little too much. So I'm just gonna take a couple of handfuls and that's it. And then just mix it up lightly.
It's the rice, huh?
Yes, that's the rice. And then we're gonna add some feta cheese.
Yes.
Because they want feta cheese. You can make it either with feta or you can make it just with the rice. Or both. It's not a big deal. Whatever you want.
Okay.
And then, right along with that, you just break it down. Δεν θα το βάλω όλο. Έβαλα πολύ. And now we add oil. You just put like a half a cup. That's how much I would say.
Let's say that Mrs. Eleni helps you.
Yes, my mother-in-law is helping me.
Yes.
Of course, you know.
It's better to make the food with love and...
she knows, and she does it. And that's it. Now this is ready.
Okay.
We're just gonna let that sit. Rapino τα χέρια. So, where's the
Wash your hands and
yep,
come again.
I'm gonna wash my hands and I'll be right back.
Okay. We're waiting for you.
Done with vegetables. And the dough is ready. So we take the bigger one, because this is the one that we're gonna put in the bottom. I cleaned my table off. This is the easier way for me to make it than using the blasteri. It's easier for me. So I pretty much flatten it out. So it'll be easier for me to open. And then I take a little bit of flour and I put on the bottom. And then I take a little bit of flour and put it on top. And then my piece of blasteri, what is it? Blasteri.
It's
and
wood.
I have one of these.
It's made from wood.
Yes, it's made from wood. You can make it out of a broomstick. In America, my husband, he made it out of a broomstick. That's how I have it. But it still works. So it's good. So basically, I was taught to do this from my mother-in-law.
If you can't do it with your hands, hand make, yeah, you can buy.
Yep, you can buy the filo from the store.
Yes.
They make really good filo. They have like a joriático, which is really good. You can hardly tell the difference. Okay. A lot of times when I had to make for like a celebration and I didn't have enough time, I would buy and I would make like a pita like this, and then I would make another pita with ready filo. Now we're just gonna need a little bit more room, that's all. And basically you just go round and round, sprinkle a little bit of flour, and you open it the size of your pan.
This is the art of making filo in Greece. Huh?
Yep. It's not hard. It's easy.
It's not for all the women. Huh? They can.
I think everybody can make a filo.
Everybody?
If they want.
Huh?
Yes.
Yes.
You just have to spend a little bit time practicing.
I think it's a little bit difficult, huh? Oh no.
No. Oh, nothing is difficult. If you want to do it, you can do it, Maria.
You can do it, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, Aspasia. Thank you for your courage.
Okay. It doesn't matter
and
if
your
it has
inspiration.
It's okay if it's ripped and stuff. It's fine because you're gonna put another filo after this. You just make this as big as you want, so it can hang outside of your pan.
Okay.
And then you just keep opening.
We're gonna in our channel we are going to see all the types of filo.
Oh yeah, there's
with holes, without holes.
Yeah, it's okay. It still comes out delicious.
Okay.
So that's it. Now this is big now. I want it to be big because I want it to hang outside of the pan. So basically, you just leave it. You take your oil, and this is the pan that I'm gonna use. It's the oven pan, the one that it comes with. You put a lot of olive oil. Then you take your hand and you make sure you get it on the corners, on the bottom. It's okay. Olive oil is good for you, so. Okay, so we spread the olive oil with our hand all around the pan, on the corners, so the filo can stick. We take the filo and we put it in the pan. It doesn't have to be perfect. What you want is to make sure that you get it in the pan on the corners. It's okay if it has holes because you're going to put another one before you end up putting the stuffing inside. Okay, just like that. And then you put it aside and you make the second filo that's gonna go on top of this, and then we're gonna start putting the stuffing. Measurement. Now we're gonna add the second filo before we put the stuffing. I'm gonna put a little bit of oil. You don't want too much oil. There you go.
I think the oil it's taste, huh?
Yeah, it brings out the taste out of everything. Makes it more crunchier and everything.
Oh, another hole.
Yes, we have holes. The holes are good because
are good, eh?
Yes, they are, because the stuffing and the juices go through, and it tastes better. At least that's what my daughter says. I don't know.
Ah, Ellen, I think she knows.
Yeah, she knows.
Yes. Ellen, we are expecting you to make us a pita. Next time.
Eleni will make you meat. She's not gonna make you a pita.
And the next pita, it's from me.
Oh, trajanopita, Maria.
Okay. Okay. Yes, another oil.
A little bit, not too much.
Okay.
Now we take our stuffing.
Yes.
And now we're gonna add the stuffing. So what you want to do is put like 3 handfuls.
Very good.
Yep.
Quick,
3.
quick.
And then you spread it around everywhere. To the corners. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's okay if somewhere it's missing. Just spread it around.
Okay.
And
then you're gonna
put the 3rd phyllo. And we do the exact same thing until the phyllos are done. Until phyllo. And now we just make the phyllo. And we keep putting the stuffing until you're down to the last piece. Okay, so we're doing the phyllo again, putting another one up top. Make sure we get the phyllo stretched out. Alrighty. And now we're gonna make the last phyllo before. It's okay, my hands are from the oil. Nothing will happen. It's all gonna be mixed in together.
And the last one.
And this is the last phyllo. This is what we're gonna cover the pita with. And then we're gonna cut it. You preheat your oven at 375 for 1 hour. Okay, this should be good. All right, now when we're done, we just leave it for a second. We come to our pita, take the olive oil, and we go around, not too much, just like that. And then we take what's left of the dough and we turn it in. Like that.
Okay.
So put it like that, like that, like that, and then we take again the olive oil and we put a little bit on the dough, on the phyllo, just so the other phyllo can stick on it. That's it. And then we take the last phyllo and we put it on top. It's okay if it comes out and it makes a mess. We'll clean it up at the end. It's really fine. Okay.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Yeah, it looks good. It came out good, actually. And then, see the hole there? You can just cover it up like that. It's nice to have these wrinkles. It comes out crunchier. And then you just put it in like that. And then, just clean that. I gotta go grab my knife. Okay, and now we cut it. Usually we tip it over, but this time I'm gonna cut it because I mean there's a couple of different ways you can do it. So you cut the pieces as big as you want. Me, I usually cut them like that big, and I go down. My cuttings are not perfect, so you might see some pieces that are bigger, some pieces that are smaller. Oh well, still tastes the same. It needs to be cooked for about an hour. I'm cutting them pretty big, but it's okay. I'm gonna cut the other way smaller. Just do that, and then you go like this, and then just go down. And like I said, I'm not a perfect cutter, so there's going to be a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller. 250 in Greek. Let it be a little bit bigger again, that's fine. Put our little sides in. That's fine. It's okay if it's showing. It's perfect. Clean off your pan. It's a little bit low, but it's okay. And then we just put a little
We don't
bit
forget the oil.
of oil. There's always oil that needs
Because
to
we
go.
are in Greece.
Yes, and this oil is very good for you.
Greek
And just a little bit
extra
on the corner,
virgin oil
and that's it.
from olives. Oh,
There we go. And that's it.
oh.
Now we're gonna put in the oven,
Yes.
and we'll see you in about an hour.
Okay.
All right, and in it goes. You can use it with an oven that's got air or an oven that works top and bottom. This oven works heat on the bottom, heat on the top. It doesn't have air, which is fine. So you're gonna put it and cook it for about an hour. Once you see that it gets a nice brown
1 hour,
color.
how many degrees?
If it's in an American oven, it's gonna be 375, and if it's in a Greek oven, 250.
Okay.
And that's it.
Thank you, Aspasia, for
You're
the
welcome.
wonderful
Anytime. Next time.
pita. we will to eat it.
Yeah. Okay, so the pita is ready. Just took it out of the oven. It was in there for about an hour. So now we're gonna cut a piece and see what we made. Alrighty. It's hot. Alrighty, it looks really good. Nice and crispy on the outside, crispy in the bottom. That's how it's supposed to be. And then we have the filling. And now we just have to try it. Now listen to this when you break it. That's what it's supposed to do. I'm just gonna open it up. It's very hot so you guys can see. Okay? And we're gonna let it sit for a little bit and then we're gonna eat it. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys make it. And I hope it comes out delicious. Okay, so we're outside of the house. This is my in-laws' home. And she has beautiful flowers. All kinds of flowers. I love flowers and she loves flowers. Every year that we come, it's all with beautiful flowers here.